You want to see something interesting? Here is the start of the 2023 NCAA cross-country championships. And this was a very, very fast start. People went out flying, literally sprinting through the first kilometer. And given that it was a downhill opening kilometer, the fields were absolutely flying. And the lead pack here, you had athletes well under 2 minutes and 40 seconds, which is insane pace, equivalent to well under 4 minutes and 20 seconds per mile. In fact, if you look at the lead athletes here, probably more than 100 people started this opening kilometer in under 2:40. And even with a downhill start, this is flying. And with such a fast start came a very interesting feature of this race. And there's one athlete in particular that I wanted to highlight here because it's a very difficult thing to pace yourself perfectly through a big championship event like this, especially when there's so many athletes. However, for this video, we're going to be talking about Matthew Richmond, a senior from Montana State, who I think ran the single greatest race in this year's NCAA championships. Now, through the opening 1,000 meters, he ran a 2:41.3, and he was all the way back in 204th. But from this moment, all the way up to the finish, he slowly and steadily made his way to a top 30 finish. Look at these results here. Through each 1,000 meter split, he moved up 51 positions, 45 positions, 25, 19, 14, and 17 positions. And by the 8K split, he hit a time of 23:35, which put him in 30th. And then for the final 2 kilometers, he achieved kilometer splits of 3 minutes and 9 seconds, and for his final kilometer, even though this was largely uphill, Richmond threw in a 2 minute and 51 second kilometer to finish in 6th place. This is easily one of the most steadily paced, mature races, and honestly incredibly disciplined performances that I have ever seen. There have been a lot of people talking about this individual performance, and I think it flew under the radar, and I just wanted to highlight what can happen if you pace a race correctly. Even though his opening kilometer was extremely fast, from 2 kilometers all the way up to the 8-kilometer mark, he was anywhere between 2:55 and 3:02, a 7-second differential, which is pretty amazing considering the rolling hills of this course. And even though he did slow down a little bit over the 9th kilometer, his final kilometer brought home the bank. This was an amazing performance, and I think Matthew Richmond really deserves some credit for one of the best finishes that I've ever seen. And looking through the comment section about this one performance, they're all celebrating just how amazing this performance was. And I would love to hear from all of you if you've ever had a race where you just paced it perfectly, got the absolute best finish out of yourself, and if you have had one of these performances, my guess is that you finished the race in one of the top positions. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to highlight this amazing performance, and thank you all for watching, and as always, until next time.